Mrs. Jarva?
Jarva.
Okay, thank you. And we're just two questions about Ravello Lab and your experience here. Okay. Why are you here in Ravello Lab?
First of all, of course, I am very privileged to be here, and of course, when it comes to the experience I can get here as the city council member in Tallinn, and to go further with creative economies, because I have been working in this field for many years, trying to make up new products with creative economy and with culture, heritage, whether it's tangible or not tangible. And of course, this is how to, in the future, why we do it all, to create jobs, to get better image for the city, and of course, we work to the local people to be proud of their city, because we don't do anything that we leave the local citizens apart. Because if I live in Tallinn, it's a cultural capital this year for whole Europe, because we want to feel the population of Tallinn to be proud. We have a lot of volunteers, by the way. So it's a great privilege to be here and to listen to different viewpoints, and practically we face the same problems. Of course, first of all, it's the joint political decision, because there are different parties, different viewpoints. And on the other hand, of course, how to get money to fulfill all the projects. Because in Tallinn, of course, we started some very good industrial heritage projects. We end up with them next year. But at least we started them this year, when we are the cultural capital of Tallinn.
Oh, thank you. And talking about young people, young citizens, how can young people and young citizens of Tallinn and all European cities, how can they create a job with the ideas?
When it comes to job creation, then we have a very nice project in Estonia, because even our school children in their late teens, they have put up their own companies, because again, in creative industries, trying to invent something, to be industrious. And in this sense, of course, you probably have heard that we are an IT country. We really, when you think in terms of what is Skype, you have heard about it.
Yeah, of course.
Skype was... We have heard about it. You use it.
Yes, of course.
So that's what is the cradle of Skype? It is in Tallinn. Did you know it?
That's what Ragnar Seal just said.
Yeah. Oh, but that's really because again you are asking about young people. Of course, you start your creativity at an early age, and then of course you go on and on. Because if you want to create something, of course you have to be clever, well educated. Yeah. And in this sense, of course, I think that our youngsters, they have great perspective. Because it's a very small community, you have to know what's going on in all the other parts of the world, to have the command of different languages. Because I have a cousin, she is now 23 years old. She speaks 8 languages.
Oh my God.
So we are a small nation. We have to, if you want to grab information from different sources, you absolutely. And on the other hand, of course, then you know all the diversities of different cultures in Europe.
We have to be, I don't know, a sort of...
We have to hope and to study.
We have to hope, we have to be a sort of factotum. Yeah? Right? Okay. And last... expectations after this experience in Ravello Lab?
It's a good question. Of course, I try to grasp all the good ideas for the future, what we can make hold of. Because you know that we all have our experience, and even now I was listening to the Ireland experience, just to take something here from there. For example, perhaps somebody can use our network of the small cities. So I think that, of course, it's a marvelous idea. That I'm very happy to be here because thanks to our embassy in Rome, and to have the possibility. Perhaps next year, I think that this tradition is going on, and perhaps next year will be here, perhaps me, perhaps somebody else, of course, then we can. So, and of course, when it comes to the Ravello Lab and all the creative ideas, just go on with this project. I think that it's a perfect thing to do. It's here in the beautiful landscape, and actually, if you look in the sky, you have good ideas.
Thank you, Ms. Jarva. Thank you for coming.